Welcome back, everyone. Toys is here, and I am back yet again to serve up another awesome video for your viewing pleasure. And what better way to do that than to show off a brand new DC Multiverse figure from McFarlane Toys. Now, this is one I've been really looking forward to getting. He finally arrived, and I couldn't be happier, I'll tell you what. But this is the Lord of the Unliving, Nekron, and here he is in the packaging, which you can see through, right? Looking all open-hearty right there. Nekron, specifically from the Blackest Night storyline, and of course the artwork on the back reflects that. Mainly a Green Lantern villain, basically became an all DC Multiverse villain, we'll just say that. Here's the barcode. Hasn't started hitting store shelves just yet, and mine came from Entertainment Earth. Now, if you're not familiar with Nekron, he is, again, a Green Lantern villain. He showed up in around early 80s, we'll just say that. But most notably, in what this figure is based off of is the Blackest Night, when, long story short, William Hand, Black Hand, I don't know, licked Bruce Wayne's cloned skull and brought Nekron back. That's not really the story, but it'll save you some time in just knowing that he's a big baddie, he's awesome, and he's just the head of the Black Lantern Corps, if you wanted to say that. So, this is going to be fun. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee, make it a spooky cup of coffee, right? It's that time of the season. This is a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Mega Figure, straight from Blackest Night, Nekron, Lord of the Unliving. Now, of course, you probably heard me mention earlier that this Nekron came from Entertainment Earth, and I'm happy to say, if you're not familiar with them, well, I do highly recommend Entertainment Earth for all your toy buying and pre-ordering needs. Simply go up to the search bar, you just type in McFarlane Toys, not McFarland Toys with a D, you get the idea, and they have a ton of figures for sale, some even sometimes you can get on like a clearance price, which is always nice, right? But if you're interested in Nekron, he is in stock right now, and you can go over this video, see everything in hand. And of course, if Nekron is not your thing, well, they always have the metal bikini Superman, so you can grab him as well. Expand your collection with McFarlane Toys on Entertainment Earth, and if you do use them, let me know what you think. And of course, be sure to use that code FALLFREE22 on orders over $39, and that'll save you on some shipping. So, old toys, new toys, maybe ones that you missed. If you haven't checked out Entertainment Earth already, I highly suggest that you do, and I hope you find something there that's rad. But now we've got some all-omnipotent skeleton action to talk about, because Nekron is released from the packaging, and it's fairly straightforward. You get a figure, you get an accessory, and what an accessory it is. I'm just going to say, very happy to finally have the Black Lantern Scythe. It's very well done. Of course, previous offerings of Nekron, he was a little undersized, or the Mattel one just didn't come with it at all. But I'm surprised at all the paint on this. It's got a brown handle. It's got little black accents everywhere. And be careful of the little plastic notches on the sides. It's like hitting a thorn bush right here. No joke. It's really well done. It's nice and sturdy. The scythe blade part is nice. It does have a little bit of, we'll say, paint hiccups. Maybe it's just kind of off in some sense. The blade isn't too flexible, but it's also not one of those where if he falls, it's going to break. Comes with a standard DC Multiverse stand, and then you get Nekron. And if you've known and seen my videos before, you definitely know that this guy is right up my alley. I love a good spooky skeleton action figure. And yeah, this guy does not disappoint. Love the open cavity right there. If this guy was a video game villain, I wonder what point you'd have to strike in order to kill him, right? It's very cool, though. I just love that open chest cavity. It's got a great wash to him every which way. It's just nice to say that overall, this is one of those mega figures where solid paint, solid sculpt, the articulation totally works for this type of character, this type of figure. I like the restraints, one that's on his arm, and of course one that is around his neck. There is a couple points missing, I will just say that, like some chains. His big cloth dress part right here on the back, and then the hoodie that's kind of been pulled and stretched too much. And check out the sculpting on the back right there. Along with the paint, you have a white skeletal spinal cord, which is popping out through the skin. I love this thing. Even down to the legs. Everything is pretty much spot on. They did their research on Nekron, so that's always nice to see. And the legs are great. Now, they're going to get kind of hindered by that extra material right there, but he does have double jointed knees, which is nice, and he has that updated articulation in the feet, and he has some toe articulation as well. The one downside, though, is that he's not too hard to stand because of these joints. He's just unfortunately a little bit back heavy with all of that extra plastic around his midsection. So don't be surprised if he goes falling back, but the scythe really helps balance him out. I will say that. Plus, the black DC Multiverse stand actually works. Articulation is solid for my taste. You got a lot of movement in the head, looks up, looks down, looks left and right. And a lot of people had said, be careful with the joints on the arms. Now, I didn't run into any problems with that. Mine are pretty solid, but just because I heard that, I would say go easy. But I didn't run into any problems whatsoever, right? He does have bicep swivel, which if you look close, it kind of looks at first like, wait, is it there? But yes, definitely has it. He's got double jointed elbows, which are nice and skeleton-y. You know, this guy just... he's creepy. And then not much of a waist or an ab crunch. You can sort of spin him, but because of everything, and also Nekron basically just kind of stands there, it works in terms of articulation. Peg holes on the bottom of his feet. And again, just go easy on the arms, just putting them down. But I personally didn't have any problems with those, but just something to keep in mind. Now, one thing I will tell you is that I think there's some chains I'm missing. And McFarlane Toys, you know, known for Spawn and chains, I would have totally thought they would have added some. So go to your Walmart, go to the costume jewelry section and get some black chains and just kind of cut what you think works. Now, I looked at multiple artwork for Nekron and just decided to go this route. So I put one chain, a little bit longer, right? Just kind of attach it to the brackets on his arm and attaches simply. And then, of course, around the one on his neck, I used 3 of the little notches every which way. A longer chain, medium chain, and then a short chain. And man, oh man, I'll tell you what, as easy as this is my type of customizing. When you look at the photos of him after, it really just makes this figure. If they would add the chains themselves, that would have been great. But it's a simple DIY, and I love this thing. This, I can't recommend it highly enough. This is, again, right up my alley in terms of what I like. But man, is he sinister looking. Now, I really do think that they could use some more accessories for these mega figures. And if you have the Violator or a heart for whatever reason, yes, a heart accessory would have been fantastic because he does have that specific hand that looks like he's holding a heart. And when you have all the other Blackest Night figures from McFarlane Toys that have been released, I know the Flash is not, but it looks cool because he's a skeleton. That's where this really starts to come to life on your shelf. I would not mind a retread back into some more Blackest Night figures, I tells you what. And if you're more into the whole deceased DC Direct line, which I clearly am, yeah, they will go nicely. Even though it's not canon, it's not part of the story, you get the idea. It's just be a fun Halloween display on your shelf, I'll tell you that. Now, when you look at the scale from the mega figures or a Build-A-Figure like Solomon Grundy, this is what I'd like to see. This guy is $40. It's a large figure. He should be a nice, tall, large figure, so it definitely works. So more of this is fine with me. Go bigger, go the big characters. Make sure they got lots of paint. But yeah, this is a home run for me in terms of what I'd like to see for Nekron. And if you're more of the, we'll say, Marvel Legends collector, Ghost Rider, something like that, and you're not a stickler, I mean, he's a big skeleton guy. Sure, why not, right? Big old demon. So that's going to wrap it up for my look at the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Mega Figure Nekron. And you've heard my thoughts. Now I'm curious to know yours. Comment below, let me know. Let's talk everything Lord of the Unliving. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, prices are out of control right now. It's always best to collect what you like. Make sure you're having fun doing so, but I guarantee you, you're going to have fun with this guy if a big scary zombie skeleton guy is your thing. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.